question here is, and I know this is a slow time in everybody's life. What's up, PD? You are first. I know it's a slow time on the internet. It's a slow time of the day. Look, I am sick today, and it doesn't matter because we're gonna do this anyways. Just kind of having it out with this girl on online. I don't know how old she is. She can't be that old, but she seems to want to stick up for people on for in a post that she knew nothing about, and I was the first person to just kind of kindly tell her, is this guy on the list? And I just asked a question. I said, was this man that died in a car downtown, was he on the list? And she's like, well, what's that have to do with anything? And so then another girl does her homework, comes back within less than 5 minutes, and goes to the South Dakota website, the list, and pulls up his name. And so, of course, on my Facebook, this is going back and forth, and we're having it out. And what's the big deal? She says, this girl. I said, okay, so well, there was two different girls. One's a, Sarah girl, and there's some other girl. Well, anyways, I'm like, okay, so let's debate this, right? It wasn't good enough that the proof was right in front of her that he was on the list. I said, well, let's just drop him off at your house and he can go eat with your kids. But hey, over in the state of Minnesota, he's busy, doing whatever with fucking little kids. I says, but this is okay? You acknowledge this behavior? This is okay with you? Come on, dude. I mean, at some point, I said, Argus won't even come out and say what it was he said. Just that, he's deceased. No. That's not the whole story, dude. And they're like, well, no, nothing suspicious to find here, Well, of course. Of course there's nothing suspicious to find. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wow. And Argus won't just come right out and say it. They're like, we can't say that. What do you mean you can't say that? He's been convicted of it. He's on the list. So say he's on the effing list when you run your story. Argus, if you're going to truth tell, if you're going to fact tell, if you're going to be any kind of news outlet, let's be honest about it. You are what you are. You didn't change. You didn't not do those things. You were proven to be guilty. If we validate what our courts are saying, if we stand behind what our courts are saying, are you not willing to stand behind that kind of stuff or what? So, I mean, there is just a different standpoint. But anyways, this guy can't speak for himself. He's gone, and it is what it is. Just wow. Just the level of I said, well, geez, at least some people fact check their information. And so I sent her a link to my channel, which I hope she got. And just understand this, I'm really sick. So I'm in no mood to debate with any of these people on Facebook. Because first off, Facebook will just put you in Facebook jail. They're not going to let you say what you need to say. By the time you say 6 things, you're already kicked off or you're blocked, and people don't want to hear what you got to say anyways. So they're just like, free speech not allowed here. All right, dude. We don't need to be on Facebook then, honestly. And then you ask me, well, why did I get on there and post anything today? Well, I just look at what Argus puts out and I pick it apart for what it is. I want to know the real truth. I don't want to just go by what you say. I'm not just taking what the Argus is putting out. The AP, the Associated Press, is garbage. It's garbage. I'm not doing it no more. And this is how I prove it, is because when you come out with stories that don't depict, you came out with his name and then you make us do the effing homework. That's the problem, is you're not here to keep us safe. So I don't give a F what you say. I'm here to keep myself safe. How about that? In our community, we say who motherfuckers are. Okay, I tell you what, I'll police myself from here on out. Don't worry about it, bro. Honestly. That's real talk. Yeah, Facebook's garbage, bro. It is garbage. It ain't even worth saying that name anymore, bro. Forget that name. Throw it away. It's just garbage. Okay, she can't. Oh, someone else commented on my link. Man, come on over to my channel and then come comment. I mean, how about you guys come on the panel? I'll throw a link out. Y'all can come on the panel. I don't care. I mean, these people want to talk crap. Why don't you do it in person? Don't talk it in a post or a thread. Be trying to tell me I don't know how to spell. Motherfucker, I know I don't know how to spell. I don't got over a 6th grade education, and I'm doing just effing fine in life. But you seem to think these people that are on the list just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. They're just don't bother them. They're just downtown. I mean, they're just lit up in fire on cars and in cars. And what happened? I don't see what that has anything to do with this is. Lady, when you get old enough, come talk to me, bro. Seriously. Otherwise, just stay off the internet. Honestly. Your free speech. I mean, you don't even got to talk to me, honestly. It's like you didn't even have to comment on the thread. The same as I didn't have to comment on the thread. I suppose we both mutually decided to comment on the thread. And that's why we're at where we're at right now. That's why I made this video. This video is about well, it's about me not being able to spell. Okay, I had to remember what the title of my video was that I made. I mean, I got to be honest. I'm flabbergasted. These people. Well, and hate is such a strong word, Patriot Defense. If we say we quote unquote hate something, that would just be wrong. You know what I'm saying, Patriot Defense? That just wouldn't be right. I'm not sure what PD's doing nowadays, or who he's doing, or what's going on in his life, but I always wonder. Patriot's always defending something, or I don't know if he does fencing, or do you like that big long pole like jousting? Patriot Defense? Fencing? Don't care what they say. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, they care what I say, though. She cared what I had to say. I was like, I don't know, dude. And then she's like, well, weren't you just on a list of who's behind bars? I said, go check the list again. I'm not there, fuckers. You know, what's it even matter? Anyways, I mean, and look, all you're going to get from me is a whole bunch of coughing today. So I hope y'all like it and enjoy it. And if we want guests on, we can send out a link and have some guests on, dude. Here, let's grab this and post it. I just want to see if anyone wants to come on. They think here's the list. You guys have fun with that. Oh, I always do what I got to do. Playing games, winning stupid prizes today. Like, it's not a popular channel, dude. Feel free, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll make sure that we can, facilitate what, what tickles your fancy. All I'm going to be doing is, coughing, hacking up a lung, and I'll be doing that for the entire show. So, yeah, enjoy. Y'all act like I got time for you or something. We will entertain you. Well, you guys will entertain me. I'm waiting for this chick to come up here and really make my show special. Click that link. That's what I need. I need that girl to click that link. She wants to argue on Facebook. Well, come argue in person. It's just as easy. See, you think I can't spell? I can spell just fine. just because I want to spell a word the way I want to spell a word, because I don't like the way it's spelt in the English dictionary or whatever. Or maybe it's because I only went to the 6th grade. But either way, why do I have to explain myself to you? I don't know. I mean, the whole thing just seems a little judgmental to me in my book. And I thought we were past the 6th grade antics. So honestly, I have a few questions for this lady. Like, how old are you? I mean, do you even qualify to be on YouTube? You just probably don't. Probably not even allowed to. Jason likes to argue. Well, Jason just likes to drink beer. Don't worry about that. He's only good at one thing, and the plants. He's good at plants. I don't know. I have yet to see anybody that can jump on my panel and give me a good debate, especially about how I can't spell, because I want to hear this one. Everybody knows who I am, but these people in town, they're like, well, you're on the list. You're on the list of who's behind bars.org. What? Last I checked, I'm right here on Facebook. I said, you might want to go check that list again. I'm probably not on it. Just saying. I mean, what are you saying that I'm doing here? I'm on a tablet. I'm on YouTube, and yet I don't know. I just don't know. I shouldn't even be on Facebook. I mean, I'm not in the mood. I'm like, I don't want to be picked on. I mean, that really hurt. What up, DSS? What's up? What's happening? Oh yeah, this is going to be a good show. Nobody else comes on their show and just hacks up a lung. I guarantee it. Only me. You would lose, sweetheart. What is heart? What? Huh? What? Patriot Defense, you want to go one round? Ding, ding, ding. Round one. Jason Godet, Patriot Defense. We're waiting for this girl, though. This mystery girl. I know who you are. Oh, yeah. Hello, Mr. Mark. Well, hello, David Boren. How are you? Down there from Texas. The Old West was one. I don't know what really goes on down in Texas, but I know a lot of shady stuff goes down there. I got someone headed down there. Wee! Down through Kansas City. Who knows? Who knows? Be there something. I was just checking tickets to Texas. It's about $79. Not too bad. One-way ticket, 39 bucks. But by the time I went to purchase them, it was like 79 bucks. I was like, what the flip? Why is it so expensive? I don't even get a bag for this price? How do I take my bags with me? Oh, I guess I don't need any clothes with me to go down to Texas. Patriot Defense, just gonna get into it with. Sorry I didn't call you yesterday. We was probably tied up. Well, who's been filming with Freeman lately? I seen him on a live watching someone get beanbagged. I think they on purpose shoot people for Freeman now. I don't know what's going on. I tuned in and I was like, wow, this is kind of exciting. This don't happen around here. Our cops are just too lame to shoot anybody with a beanbag gun. They'd rather just use the wrong, mistake the taser for a gun around here. Up in these here parts. Back in my day, it didn't work like that, though. What's up, Jason G? Jason G? JG? JG, what up? What up, MJG? Anyways, yeah, I hope you get that, Jason G, but you're probably not going to get it. So, I'm hacking up along. The more I talk, the more I hack, and that's a fact. Hacked my whole last weekend in jail, got lots of inmates sick. It was fun. Spread it religiously. They came in, they sterilized the cell after I left. They did a good job at that. I seen them do that. Yeah, it was pretty good. That last weekend in, man. But you can't say I'm a resident anymore. I'm not. So now, game on. the judge is going to have to find something else. Now he's actually got to work to get me on a new charge. What's the new charge, you say? And we had the car repaired today, right? So we put some new spark plugs in it. We cleaned the fuel lines out. We cleaned the injectors out. We cleaned. Well, I shouldn't say the injectors. I should say the fuel lines were cleaned, as well as the intake. What else? Oh, did it get new wires? I don't know if they put new plug wires on it. You would do that in a spark plug change, though, wouldn't you? I'm pretty sure. So I think they replaced the plug wires, and then the air filter and the fuel filter. I think maybe the air filter wasn't done, but I know the fuel filter was. Oh, it's pretty impressive. At a total cost of $300. No big deal. It's done. The car runs smooth now. The engine's not, it's nice and smooth. It's like we should go out there and look at it. That should be the test drive. You know what I'm saying? No, my car's filthy. It's dirty. The engine hasn't been, sprayed, washed. You know how that is. You got to like detail that stuff, before you put it on camera. We're going to have to do a cleanup of it. It's such a small car. I don't ever want to clean it. I don't think I've cleaned it since I bought it. It needs a good detailing. What up? Nova guy's buying me a drink. He's got the drink. What you got? Butterscotch, peanut butter. What you got? Some ice? Scotch on ice? What you got? What you got? What you got? And I'm talking about Scotch tape on ice. Anyways, this is probably something will kill what's in my throat right now. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all like when I talk like that, don't you? Nova guy in the house. Oh. Wait. Who didn't call me yesterday? Yeah, you didn't call me. Butterscotch sounds good. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with a pack of butterscotches. I choked on a butterscotch when I was a kid one time. Tell you that story? Nah, I don't want to tell it. I almost died. Wasn't cool. Now I'm just choking on my phlegm, but no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? I know what you're saying, man. As I'm still waiting for this chick to come up here. Let's post this link again. I mean, maybe she hasn't checked my channel out, or she's not watching for me to go live, or maybe she didn't even subscribe to my channel. Maybe someone's got to go over to Facebook side and tell her to come over and join the chat. I don't know. I don't really have any friends on Facebook anymore. I defriended them all. I was like, new friends. So anyone who's not my friend and not subscribed to me on Facebook, go over and subscribe to me. Mark Burgess on Facebook. Check it out. And then just type in, South Dakota. I'm here somewhere. See if you can find me. Here, maybe we should look at this too. Ah! Man, I just got pulled over. Bleep, bleep. That's the sound of the police. Bleep, bleep. If that's an emergency, you got a flat tire. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And on our watch of people who consistently break the law and are on a list, this guy, we say, a time or two, he has been known, a time or two to be fingernail clippings, toenail clippings, shaven head, He did everything he could to not go into that database. Anyways, not. I mean, there's that, but we don't want to bring you know that guy up again. It's like, geez, just forgot about him like 3 months ago, and then we're just bringing him back, and it's like it's because it's still new news. You know what I'm saying? He comes around every now and then, so if you get him wired up, he'll come over and then he'll say hi and what's up, and he'll come up on the panel when he's got some good content. But lately, I haven't been bringing the content, so it's not time yet. It's really not time. What do you guys want to see today? Like, you guys want to see a cop watch in negative 20-degree weather? You want to see Carhartts and me getting sicker? What do you want to see? What like now that my time is up, now I'm free to do all the cop watching I want, go in any state that I want. I can even go to North Carolina if I want, Texas, Florida, Iowa. Oh wait, does that imply that I wasn't supposed to be in North Carolina when I was in North Carolina? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You know what though? Either way, I went. It is what it is. You can't stop what you can't see. It's like Ghost. Anyways, I mean, should we go start filming with James Freeman? What should we do for a new gig? What do you want to do? I want to pull a gig. Any ideas, any takers on where we should go next? Should we be like Patrick and Selena? Should we travel to all 57 or 59 or how many states are there? 50? I don't know. Which one fell off the map? Was it Hawaii or something? Got flooded out? I don't know. Maybe it's California that's working on flood. I'm not sure which, but one of them's falling off the map. Well, when's the next picnic? I wasn't planning on a picnic. I was planning on something a little more uh what do you call it? Like a special arrangement, like a good get together with some paid fun. We were planning. I haven't told you yet. No, I didn't tell you about it yet. You was already in Sturgis. You didn't come by because I was stuck a little bit, but you passed through, but you didn't come through. All right, so next picnic. So what? So the next picnic's up by you then, Patriot? We rolling out to PA or what? Let's roll. Let's get on a bus, bro. You got the bus. How much can I book a bus for, bro? I'm gonna get on the bus. You out of town, LOL. Yeah, I was out of town. Picnic right now. Sound good. Find nearest park. Um, picnic. Oh shoot. Picnic right now. Sound good. Find nearest park. Oh shit. That was Amicola Falls State Park, wasn't it? I remember. These motherfuckers don't even know. There was wild bears out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? What's up, Becky O? Becky O in the house. Becky, everyone. Need I say more? The sweet Becky O. Definitely gorgeous. Gorgeous Becky O in the house. I'll put Becky O up against anybody, and she will annihilate them on a panel. It's second to none. She knows like where she's going. There ain't nobody gonna tell her. She's got a direct path, and she knows which way she's going. Excuse me. I could mute out. I thought maybe you liked the ASMR of me coughing, So when you get sick of me, hopefully you don't wear headphones if you're on this chat. So if you're on a city bus, just play me as loud as you can, and like I'll just cough intermittently, and everybody will just get off the bus. Becky O said in a quite quiet, low tone voice, "Hello." Oh, did she really? That was supposed to be. Oh, hello, guys. I'm here. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. Well, word. Who said word? Ah! I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Oh my gosh. What did I do? I don't even know anymore. Let's get this back going right. Here, what about that one? Yeah. Let's get me up in the corner there. We got a cop. We got a cop around here. Let's see the cop again. There's the cop. There's the cop. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. All right. And in remembrance of. Oh, it didn't pop up. Okay, never mind. I'm going to stop talking to myself. Look, I'm entertaining myself here. Y'all ain't doing it for me. I'm entertaining myself up here. Not a big deal. Hey, we supposed to be going to get something to eat. Me and this other chick, she don't know. I don't know. She's not on, but she was supposed to go get something to. That's an old cop car. Yeah, it is. I go some fabulous places. I get in some backwoods town where there's such old stuff laying around. Are we talking old trains, old cars, old train cars, old cabooses? I mean, you ain't never seen a caboose as good looking as what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? So, I, y'all y'all just ain't seen. I mean, I'm from back in the day. Back in my day, it's just this how it worked. We didn't shoot each other. We dialed 911 for help, but we man, they served and protect. God damn it, we did that. We did that. We served and protected. We didn't just come by and tase you. We just left. If it wasn't nothing to see here, we sang this song all the time. I can whistle it right now. You guys remember that? Uh, ain't you married FTP? What chick? I'm jealous. She talking about chick. I stuck a chick in the back of that caboose. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that, Becky. Oh man, you ain't even trying, man. Just stop it. Stop it. What you trying to do to me, Becky? Man, Becky, what? You jealous? You was always supposed to be making your way to South Dakota. I guess that's where you heading, anyways. I know you halfway up here, but you stuck in a subway somewhere. So you like trains too. Trains, planes, and automobiles. Let's go. I was bet you she never no, not in a train. No, never. Yeah, Patriot got it. If you didn't watch that old tune, come on. You just don't know. You don't know that you don't know that they was good old boys back then. I'm in RI. What is RI? What does that stand for? Rhinoceros? Rye. Re. Road. Roads. There is authority check. You just checking in. Just checking in. Just peeking around the corner there. Popped his head in, said, "What up?" He just wanted to see a good cop watch going on, and it's not going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. We're not quite there yet. It's 19 degrees out. I don't know. It would take me some motivation of. Well, there was a guy down in a car. He was, well, his whole car was on fire, but it turns out the guy was a registered guy. He was on a list, so there's that. You know, and if you're on the list, do we really care? Not really. You did us a big, you know. Um, let's see pigs. Thanks. Button up, Buttercup. Now, breaking the flaw. Let's be honest now. Isn't this guy? This is the break. Is this the breaking the flaw out of Maine? Are you out of Maine? This could be breaking the flaw out of Maine. I don't know if I've ever have you been in here? No, that's not you. Is breaking Becky? Oh, I'm sorry you live there. You better go see Breaking the Flaw. You better go see Breaking the Flaw. You too, and then 5 Speed down there in Pennsylvania. Y'all right up there together, dude. New Hampshire. Oh, he's in New Hampshire, not Maine. Shoot. He says, I'm from Rhode Island, and one's from New Hampshire. Dude, y'all best buds, bro. What? No way. He's like, I'm sorry you live there. So the freedom's not out there. And I'm here to tell you, it's not in South Dakota. This crap is broken. It's so broken. I don't even look. I'm gonna get back on it. You know, I'm gonna get back on it. I'll get back with some cops and cop blocking and cop watching. I'm not done. Dude, I'm so sorry for coughing in your ear. But if you're in a store and I start coughing, everyone will just get away from you. And that, if there's a cop by you, they'll just be repelled by my uh, my coughing. Okay, 5 Speed. I'm in New Hampshire now. No, let's talk about this. Is going to Cicady. New Hampshire is going to Cicady. New Hampshire exit. Here's what I want to talk about. Now that I have you here, this is very important. I want to talk about Big Daddy news. So what I really want to know is, would Breaking the Flaw possibly come up on panel for 5 minutes and talk about Big Daddy news? Is because I know you know how mad I am. I don't know if you know how many times I have called right along with you up to uh, 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 Wisconsin. Uh, uh, oh my gosh, what? I don't even want to say the name of that place. I forgot the name of that place. Willow, man. BDN. About no, you do. You know more than what you're saying. Why Big Daddy News, Wisconsin? How? No, you do know more about. You can't say that. You can't come on here and then say I don't know nothing about Big Daddy News, because you're killing me here, Smalls. This guy is the like. I've been waiting to see you in here, like honestly, because you make so many good phone calls. No, now he's saying he's got to be right back. No, 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 no. You're giving me a heart attack now. Don't do it. How are we going to get Big Daddy News out of jail? That's the. And is he really going to do a whole nother year? Did the judge really just give him a whole year? And what did he get violated for? And how do you get put in that position in the first place for giving a civilian a middle finger in a Porsche? So because somebody in a Porsche is offended, you can only fly the middle finger in poor neighborhoods. Is that how this works? I just don't know. Breaking the Flaw says, be right back. He's a very busy guy. PD, yes, I used to go clubbing restaurants in Fed Hill. I never heard of Big Daddy News. Who dat? Okay, Breaking the Flaw says he's back. So you don't know nothing about Big Daddy News. And I'm trying to think of the jail. Who can think of the jail that Big Daddy News was in? Yeah, that's him. He's up there in New Hampshire. Yeah, it's him. I know it's him. I'm putting the link out. I don't even care. Do I have a point? Yes, I got a point. Watch. Here's. Yes, reversing Terry v. Ohio. Terry v. Ohio's garbage. When did that come about? Was it the 60s or 1970s? Terry v. Ohio. And delete laws. I'm not sure if he started. Look, before, okay, if we go before Terry v. Ohio, yes, we have to go into Terry v. Ohio to really address the issue of what happened. But if we go back to Prohibition, you see why what happened. And it was because of the alcohol, or the prohibition of alcohol, right? Because that's what started the prison system. And then, so the prisons were built to house all the people trucking moonshine, and they didn't want that to go on, so they had to stop that. So then we move forward to Terry v. Ohio a couple years later, when they said we can stop and search your vehicle. So they made this law up for people with moonshine in mind in their back of their car. And then what did Reagan do? Well, then he started piling on, and he started going on about the laws and the marijuana laws. At what point? 1946. Sounds about right. Well, that's okay. So that's a couple. Okay, so I was saying 67 or something. No, it's way older than that. 46. But if you think about it, that's not that long ago. But think about how old that law is, though. So how do we get Terry v. Ohio overturned? How loud do we have to yell, kick, scream, punch, hit, kick, and how many people have to die because of Terry v. Ohio? Let's not BS anymore. This is the worst law that has ever been passed by a white judge in America, a white racist judge. So how long are we going to continue through our founding fathers putting these in? And oh shoot, I almost knew the guy that who was the guy that, it was that same dude that was just brought up on charges. The senator. He was a judge, a federal judge. And he just got, a girl was accusing him of doing something to her at a party a long time ago. When he first met her or whatever, before he was a judge, when he was in college. And then he went to Yale or whatever, Harvard, got his little degree, went on to be a Supreme Court nominee and a judge and this and that. Let me think. So, Judge, why can't I think of his name? I think he was. No, I don't think he's recused yet. But he was just Rudolph? No, that's not. Son of. I need to know some names of the sitting judges. Name a couple of them. But he was in court or up on Capitol Hill answering questions. But why can't he answer some questions on why he passed Terry v. Ohio? I mean, let's answer that. You can answer allegations all the way back, but I guess.
What up, brother?
How's it going?
Well, I guess it's going. That's about all I can say. How was your holidays?
Sick and in jail.
Oh, no kidding. You were in there on Christmas?
Oh yeah. It's my last one.
I almost was.
You almost was?
I got a nice Christmas gift from my wife. 2 stepsons. 3 cops, and it's a shit show on Christmas Day here, buddy.
Yeah, that doesn't sound exciting or fun on Christmas Day. I'm protected where I was at.
Well, I tell you, the world's gone mad, brother.
They have, and it is so much deeper than one law or one, but we're under God's law. All these laws at some
There
point
you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking the right language.
they go beside the wayside at some point. And we have to quit excusing them by what a Judge Rudolph or Judge Randolph or whatever his name, whoever came up with this dirty law. Let's go back to the lineage and see how he has been, what they had to do to perverse this law in the first place to get it to where it's at now. Right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's policing for profit. It was for prohibition back in the day, and the prisons were for prohibition. And now it's just gotten totally out of hand.
If you look in the private chat, if you look in that code right there, you'll see what the courts are doing in these little small municipal courts, the district courts and stuff. 283101.
Yes,
It's exactly what they're doing. And you know that came to me last night. I put in the wrong thing, and that came up, and I'm looking at it, and I'm reading. I'm like, holy shit! This is exactly what the courts are doing.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
Can you share the screen?
I don't know if I can share it, but why is it not? Hold on.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. Just read it when on your own time. Read down through there, and you know about the court system, so it probably hit you pretty good. You know,
Prejudgment.
because you know when you talk about that God's law, and then in there you'll see affidavit and the claim and the prejudgment, how they're prejudging these freaking cases, and they're not going on the facts in the beginning. It's a prejudgment based on debt and something else. And I was like, holy shit, man.
And on a score, and on a number score. It's they just classify you as aggressive, non-aggressive, non-violent, but they also as a number. You're put into a category, and then that's it.
It's all numbers.
It's all numbers. It's like you're very likely to offend, kind of likely, or not at all. And so just based on 3 words, they put you in that category, and you are going to go into max, go into segregation, or you're going to go do the hardest time you've ever done in your entire life based on what this computer drawn up offender thing has. He's very likely to reoffend. So his PSI score, PSA score is 256. He's going to reoffend. This guy's 300. He's going to reoffend. What are you even talking about, dude? Who even made this score up?
Well, it's not that they made it up. What they're doing is they're predicting the future. Now they're fortune tellers.
Yeah. So how did that? What?
I see it all so clearly, Mark. I see the shit all so clearly. All so clearly, man.
Okay, I added it to my reading list. Yeah, I know you do. And that's why I definitely keep having you up here, is because you are the only guy that kept it on point for 2+ years. One of the very few that has kept it just 100 all the way through with what you've been saying. And you will not speak, and nobody will get you off your pedestal and knock you off your cornerstone. because your foundation is so solid.
It is. And you know what? And you know why? Because I stand for what's right, true, and just. No advantages, no disadvantages for what's right, true, and just. No harm. If you can't fathom the no harm, in my opinion, you're never going to see it. You're never going to get it because you got to work. That's what everybody's got to work on. And realize for this whole system of government to work is no harm. No harm. Everything's based around that. You know, I'm not saying we don't need courts and we don't need law enforcement. Absolutely we do. There are criminals out there. But you got to judge from the basic foundation of no fucking harm. Not your alter egos or all of that shit. You see what I mean?
Their feelings. They're judging
Yes.
out of malice. I call it malice. They're I don't know. It's like they're evil. Sometimes you go to court and you're like, yes, I want this judge. This is a good judge. He's fair and impartial. I want him. And then there's other times when it's like, who did I get? This girl is a monster. I mean, I've been mean and evil on a certain day, but man, this girl is going above and beyond.
See, my wife hates me, dude. My wife literally hates me for what I stand for, and I truly do stand for what's right, true, and just. But see, her feelings being, I don't know, maybe an only child, and you know, supposedly got this what they call a higher education and a degree and all of this stuff, and makes good money, and feels that it's okay for people. I guess I shouldn't speak that. I shouldn't say that. Because I'm not sure that she thinks it's okay for her behaviors to look down on other people less fortunate than her.
It's not.
You know, that's the way it's not. No, absolutely not. But for when I go after the public officials here, she thinks I'm crazy and all of this stuff. And yesterday I told her, I said, listen, because I was talking to my mother, and she said, well, you're going after the commissioners and all of these people, and you're threatening them and all of this stuff. And I said, don't you think if I was threatening these people that I would have already been in jail? I said, but I want to ask you something. Does your boss hold you accountable?
Right.
She couldn't say anything about that. Because I'm not threatening these people. I'm telling you what the damn deal is, and you're going to abide by it. See, my son and I, he's 14. We were out there Christmas Day shooting balls. 3 cops pulled down my driveway. I'm telling them, get out of here. You're not wanted here. I'm motioning them, back up, guys, get out of here. And he said, the supervisor said, Russ, he says, I got a call for service, man. I got to be here. I said, no, you don't. But, hey, I said, you know what? You go ahead and you do your thing, but you better act accordingly. And then he had his 2 little rookies with him. And so the 2 rookies go down to talk to my wife and the step boys and stuff. And I asked the supervisor, I said, Rich, I says, is there a reason that you send the rookies down there? I said, you know they can be easily manipulated. He said, well, I'm here with you, aren't I? I said, all right, whatever. So we sat there. I guess this went on. They were there about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the 2 rookies, after, maybe 45 minutes, they come up. You know how they get in position, right?
Yeah.
They got in position. They got in position behind me. My little dude was there, and he says, Russell? And I looked up at him, and I says, don't you utter those words out of your mouth again. I said, you let me tell you something. I'm not a resident. I'm not an agent, and I'm not a U.S. citizen. You and I are not of like kind right now. You work for me. Rich, the supervisor, gets out of his cruiser, takes them to the back of his cruiser, and then they go back down to my wife, I guess, and tell her, hey, ain't nothing we can do here.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. The power, but you said it earlier. We're God's law, so we got to keep that in mind. We can be strong and firm, but we still got to be respectful.
True. There's a way to have, and I don't know if you call that class, but I think you nailed it on the head when you said firm.
Yeah, I stand firm. Like today, I went over to my old neighbor. He's a retired guy, and I called down to the tax assessment office and was on the phone with them for about a half an hour because she went to the two board of assessors, the board members of the tax assessment office there. I want my house off the tax rolls. And she said, well, they said, unfortunately, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I had some static there for a minute.
Yeah, they said, unfortunately, we're going to have to follow the codes. I said, well, unfortunately, I said, who did you speak to? And she said, Robin. And I said, who else? I want everyone's name. I said, because they've got 24 hours to get back to me. Or I'm going to do a conditional acceptance and I'm going to put a lien on your asses and you're not going to be able to do anything from here on out. Now, they're going to have to tell me and prove to me who and what gave any one of you the authority to dictate to me, another man, what I'm going to do. And we go on, we're talking, and you know, I get into that spiritual realm, you know what I'm saying? And I take it there. That's where I always take it because you can't argue any of that stuff. So I said, and she said, well, could you write that up? I says, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I said, I don't take directions from anyone. I said, I stand for what's right, true, and just. I don't take anybody's directions. I give the directions. And I just did that. You take that to your county recorder and tell her to rewrite that song and put these beautiful notes in it.
Yeah.
See my point? And that's how we have to stand firm, people. But, and I haven't won anything yet on that deal, but I ain't giving up. I'm not giving up. Because my wife don't get it. I'm truly looking out for not just my children's futures, all of you folks, everybody. Everybody. This system is fucked, dude. We got a bunch of bastards in office running around here without their fathers. Hey, you want me to be your father? I'll write you a nice little beautiful spiritual piece and put my foot up your ass because you've been spared the rod, son. Wait a minute, what'd I do? I'll fall out?
Nope, you're still here.
What happened?
I'm just making sure I don't make it crack or echo or whatever it's doing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm done with my little rant. Whatever. You know what? Everybody around here, everybody on YouTube thinks this old boy right here is crazy.
No.
But you're right. You're right, Mark. You're right what you said earlier. I ain't changed my position since I've been here.
No. You have a direct vision, a direct path, a direct foundation, and a cornerstone that cannot be broken. And I have not ever
that's absolutely right.
seen you falter. And that's very rare. And see, right is right and wrong is wrong. And at the end of the day,
that's it, man.
See it wronged, you call it out for what it is immediately in front of and including whatever official. I am a man. I am a man of God. I am not what you think I am. I'm not a taxpayer. I'm not what you said it. I'm not an official. I'm not standing in your presence. I don't work for the government. I don't work for any of this. At the end of the day, you're a man of God. So when they come at you, you do not follow the laws. You follow the laws of God. What is right and what is wrong. Has anyone been hurt? Has anyone... Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day...
Yeah, absolutely.
Right is right and wrong's wrong. So whatever the situation is, talk to me like a man. You don't just triangulate on me and try to arrest me and effect arrest just because you think you can, but you don't have the authority to.
That's right. I mean, man, dude, they got so many tricks with this whole jurisdictional realm in the court systems. I mean, it's just crazy, man. So, like the word "you." If you look up the word "you," hold on, I'll give you that link real quick. If I can find my damn glasses, man, I just freaking had them too. But let me see here. Where's I can't.
It's human trafficking. I was
Yes,
sitting
it
in
is.
last time and I said, people are being taken out of brought to other counties, other states. This is human trafficking. How do you guys not see it for what it is? These people don't want to go with them. They're not like, yeah, I'm willing to go. They're extraditing them over state lines. These laws are so wrong, and people don't even know their rights. Let's be honest. They don't even begin to know that they're going back to Iowa to do 30 or 50 on a little baggie or whatever they're doing. I said, don't sign the extradition. What are you doing? You came here. You want to be here. You must want to be here. So why are you not staying here? I don't get it. And why are you just being sheepishly led? Just because someone says you're aggressive. That is not how to stay free. That's not how to keep your rights. And that is not what an American does. That's not what we've ever done. I don't know. This whole thing opened my eyes even this last time. I may have been sick, but I'm not out of it. And it is getting very worse. And if we don't take note of what is going on inside the jails and the abuses, the leaving people on mats of squares, making them sleep on squares. They're not even sleeping on mats at the jail anymore. They gave them hard mattresses. They put people on suicide watch for joking around. They take up a camera cell for 2.5 days. I don't even understand this. People, just because you joke around does not mean put someone in a go ahead, 5 Speed.
There's a link right there. Look at that. And the word "you." Look at what the word "you" means. When you go to the courtroom, when they say, "Are you 5 Speed?" Yes, Your Honor. Guess what you just done? You just admitted and consented that you owe a debt to the United States. Read it. It's right there in that link that I just sent you.
Yep. Where's it won't scroll
Scroll to the
down.
bottom and you'll see you'll see at the bottom the definitions of "we," "our," and "or" something. Ours. Yeah, right here. I'll read it. "We," "our," or "us" means the Social Security Administration, and "you" means an individual who owes a debt to the United States within the scope of this subpart. These people's got trick after trick after trick, man.
I don't know why I won't bring that up and scroll up and down. It locks the page on page 1.
Yeah.
But that's very irritating that that's doing that to me. If I was on my computer, I'd be able to pull it up and all that fun stuff. Screen share.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm on my way to a divorce, but that's okay, man. Because like I said, I'm doing this for my children's future.
No, you do it for everybody's
And,
future.
and,
Not even just your.
and,
You have to do
right,
it for the
right,
kids.
right.
If you're not doing it for the kids, what's wrong with you? You know, and that's the
That's right.
same with me. It's like, why don't you see the bigger picture? You stick all these men and these fathers and these people that are providing for their families. They're about to go homeless, and you don't care. Now, some of these, they're young kids. Why are you sticking them in the penitentiary at the age of 19? You're saying you're saving their life. You're saying, no, If you were doing that, you would actually maybe you would help these kids so that they do not do or behave this way. You would actively participate with your neighbors. You would show love and kindness and caring to everybody you meet on a constant basis. If you really wanted what was good, you would follow biblical standards when you're raising your kids, how you're punishing your kids. You would follow all the commandments all the way down, and you would acknowledge them. You would fully understand them. If you can't
It's called
understand
sound doctrine.
what explain that just a little bit.
Sound doctrine, that's from the scriptures. Now look at that first word in there when you break doctrine down. It's doc. Look up the definition of doctor. It's a learned man, and I'm a learned man.
Teaching, yeah. Well,
people don't like to play on the words, man. But the words is what gets you there. Look what you does every time you walk in a courtroom. Are you? Yes, I'm here, front and center, master. I only serve one. We gotta word them up in here.
There's Becky O. You will end up in the infirmary or in a turtle suit or eating slop, mashed up everything like a shake. You can't say anything that is even a little bit aggressive. You will end up in a turtle suit. Yes. And they're willing to pay millions if you sit there, and no matter how cold that cell gets, which it was cold when I was in there over the weekend, and they'll put you in a turtle suit and leave you in that cell on camera. And no matter how much you ask,
word them up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They summons dead entity, no live flesh and blood.
That's right. Now think about it. Now I'm going to tie that. If you don't mind, give me 10 seconds or so here on this little topic right there. They summons the dead entities. Well, when you get into scripture, it's a learned man that understands those scriptures and how this whole system of government and everything operates and supposed to work. Is that a resurrection of Jesus in there when you go in there and bust their fucking ass?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? See, most people want to go in there and argue with these people. No. Challenge that jurisdiction and stand on it. They're going to attempt every fucking thing in the world to get you to go. They're going to entice you. They're going to intimidate you. They're going to do everything to get you off of that fucking square.
You want to go to prison 5 speed? Come on in. You just committed a violation. You just did this. Come on in. Turn around. Cuff up. Just give me your life, 5 speed. I'm asking you for it. I want your house. I want your wife. I want your kids. Can I just come take it, 5 speed? No.
No. Because see, that's like I told them down there.
Fine. You're not taking it, or else.
See, look, when that lady at the tax assessors, her name is Sue. When I was speaking to her, and she said they were going to have to roll on with their codes, right? That's what the board of directors said. And I said, well, even in your codes, it says what it says. And she said, well, are you saying your house is a place of worship? I said, I certainly don't go outside the house to worship. And I said, furthermore, it's even in your codes, but here, I'll top that code off with a little topper. God says the land isn't for sale, for it is mine forever and ever and ever. You are strangers and sojourners. It seems like you folks are the stranger and I'm the sojourner, and you got 24 hours to get those two people that say that they're going to run on with those codes. I give you 24 hours to get back to me so we can have a little spiritual conversation Otherwise, I will be putting liens on you people. You know what a lien is, don't you, Sue? And she said, yes. And I said, you know what, Sue? You've been such a pleasant young lady to me. I will protect you because I know they put you to be the fall guy. I'm well aware of what's going on. I'm well aware of what's going on. So I said, I want the names of the people that made that decision. And she gave them to me. She gave them to me. You go back and you tell them they've got 24 hours to get back to me, or I'm going to start that conditional acceptance. And once I start it, I won't back out. I've given you guys ample amount of time. It's been months. I'm done playing games. 24 hours. That's what I told her. Because that's what they do to you, right? You don't pay your taxes. They put a lien on your house, right?
Right. There's direct consequences.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's check this out. Why the fuck aren't we putting liens on them motherfuckers? They can do it. We can do it. You think so, Becky? Absolutely, they all are. Actually, Becky, Sue was such a pleasant young lady. By the time I was done speaking to her, I mean, she basically kept her mouth shut most of the time. So when they do that, you're reaching their souls. They get what you're laying down, but see, they're just a messenger. And that's why I told her I would not put her in there. I'll protect you at all costs as long as you stay honorably true, right, and just. I'll protect you to the end. So she, even though she's brainwashed, she was starting to see some stuff that I was spitting out that she couldn't argue with, and that's the way I took it. In her mind, she's like, "Holy shit, this guy's got a point." You know what I mean? So think about it. How people just think about this. Any spiritual people out there, and I don't want to really get into religion and all of that stuff because it is what it is. They bastardize all that. But I want you to think about one thing. Who gave all this land to these fucking public officials to tell you, to charge you rent on something that the Creator gave you to begin with? He didn't give it all to them. The last time I checked, He created everyone equal. Last time I checked, you got to have the same amount of oxygen, the air that you breathe for your life to be a life. We all share in that one common denominator, and that's that breath of life. That's what we're here to protect. Not FTP, not 5 Seed, not Word 'em Up, not Becky O. We're here to protect life. And it's only one. It's only one, people. But there's 350 million of us here in America that have been so full of our own self-righteousness that we're only worried about our motherfucking life. Well, let me tell you something. We share that with the rest of the motherfuckers on this world.
Yeah. At what point do you worry about your fellow neighbors, friends, family? When do you walk out, drop the phone on the ground, and say, I am re-entering society and how to be a good person? How do you reconnect with your neighbors, your friends, your loved ones, and spiritually? How do you even, how does that even happen? It can.
You got to look within inside you. It's in you, bro. It's in each and every one of these individuals out here listening to this conversation right now. It is in you. You have to find that, and you have to get to that core, dead center of no harm at all cost. No ifs, no buts, no feelings, no nothing. If it harms somebody in any kind of way and is unjust in any kind of way, it must go away. Must. But see, I want to share this with you real quick because I'm 53 years old. I went my whole life thinking I was a fucking man. I wasn't a man till about 3 years ago. After all of this research and I realized all of this bullshit, and really even my alter egos and my self-righteousness growing up thinking, hey, well, I went out and I started 3 businesses. Ain't nobody going to tell me shit. Well, I figured that out about 3 years ago. You ain't as fucking intelligent as you thought you were, boy. So is that when we really become a man? When we start talking about this kind of stuff right here? I believe it is. I believe it is.
Spreading, talking, spreading the what is real, what is right, what is wrong, what is just. Not just. I don't like to use a word because once I put a word into it, it sounds like just us, or justice. That's just a word. But if you just say what is right and what is wrong, or it's love. It has to be love. It has to be uniformed in such a way that it does not hurt anybody else. It cannot even be F the police. It can't be about me. It can't even be talked about. That's how serious this is. The fact that we all sit here and take it as a joke and pat our pockets with money, that is the essence of not only evil, it's the essence of you're in it for the quick buck. You're in it so that you can drive a nice car and go into your nice home and pretend like the outside world, like that's all you wanted was a house and a car. And to you, those things are the only things that are worth, that's how you stay alive. You think that's how you stay alive, and that's how you're going to last the longest. So you're choosing to ignore all the factual basis and turn your back on everybody and everything and just drive past the homeless guy. You drive past the people that paved the way for you, that built it for you, and even that built your own house. You don't never see the guys that built your house. You just went in and bought it. But never did you shake the guy's hand that put the boards together or put the drywall in. And that's not
let me say this. See, I hear a lot of, with the trolls and all of these Discord channels and all of this garbage with all this drama and all this shit, right? All of them, what's the number one common denominator there? They all act like a bunch of badass motherfuckers, right? And, hey, granted, some of them might be able to whoop a couple dudes' ass at one time or whatnot, but I tell you this. There's one thing that the motherfuckers are scared as shit of, and that's that spirit, buddy. They're scared to fucking death of that spirit, but they're all so bad motherfuckers out there, aren't they?
They'll talk crap to you till the end of time. But at the end of the day,
death of that spirit, though, boy.
We're not really listening at this point. You're just the swear words really didn't get you anywhere. They didn't steal anything. And at the end of the day, they didn't make you any more functioning. Now, people ask me, is that the worst thing in the world? No, it's not. It's just a word. And it's just made up by, again, it's what we are. We're imperfect people. None of us are perfect. None of us are without sin. So at the end of the day, I think that all of us as a collective have to evaluate who we are as individuals to come out as better. How do we be good right now, not tomorrow? And why are we putting on airs for other people?
Let me share this real quick, brother. This is out of Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition. Sui juris, Latin, of one's own right, independent. Now let me ask you this. When you go to the salt mine for that boss for that paycheck, are you independent? Or are you dependent on that boss for that paycheck?
You're dependent on that boss paycheck.
That's right. So I'll continue on. Of full age and capacity, possessing full social and civil rights. Roman law of relating to or involving anyone of any age, male or female, not in the potestas of another, like an attorney representing you, because you can't represent yourself, so you're in potestas, right? Of
Yep.
another. And therefore capable of owning property and enjoying private law rights. As a status, it was not relevant to public law. Now, what do you think about that shit? Now, everybody out here thinks they own some property. You think so?
You don't own nothing.
You don't own shit.
And it's not yours, and it's not negotiable.
Because if you
whatever you
if you
want, wherever you want to go, and whatever you want to do and pursue, it is possible in any building you want to do it in. I think we already proved that.
Well, see, let me show you what they're doing there. Because see what that said? It said capable of owning property, right? Well, remember, if I always say that everything is a trust. So everything the old man upstairs created that come from the resources of that creation is in that trust. And I am going after all of it because I am the beneficiary of that trust. I don't own shit, but I can control it all. I have use of all of it when the time comes. And that's what I'm attempting to do now. I'm dealing with these guys here at the tax assessment office and also in Kentucky. I'm also still trying to get I called over and left a message on the chief of police's phone, and I said, hey, sir, are you using public funds for private use? Mark, I read, brother. I read, and I study, I read, and I surround myself with a bunch of people that are into the same kind of stuff. And we bounce and share ideals and information and everything else. You know what I mean? I'm not out here with all that Discord shit.
No. It doesn't. Well, Facebook, Discord, all of it. It's garbage. Right back to it. It's garbage. It does not. It serves no purpose that you want to criticize somebody that helps. That just because you're speaking the truth, you have to make a comment. It makes no sense.
Becky O says the government owns drugs, people, and properties. Becky, what I will say to that is the only reason that they get by with it is because we believe it. Now, over here about being independent. Well, when we talk about doctor, the definition of doctor is a learned man. And that learned man that is the head of the house that built that house and that foundation of love with his offspring and his significant other was based on sound doctrine. And through that sound doctrine, that man became independent and realized that everything was his. If it's not already being used, you have access to it. So that's the only reason they get by with this stuff is because people don't know. That's the reason they was burning the libraries and the books back in the day. They've been trying to hide all of this from us, and they almost got by with it. But they didn't. Thank God, because our children's futures wouldn't have been worth a shit.
We still have them as long as we fight.
That's right. Well, see, that's just it. We don't need to fight, but it's just I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, proverbial. I'm not, but it stands your ground. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. But see, those words are twisted in a court setting, though. You know what I mean? That's why I've kind of changed my vocabulary, because you get used to saying these words because we've been taught them our whole fucking life. That's what we knew for, like me, for 53 fucking years. That's the way I spoke. That's the words I used.
Yeah.
And
So
then
how
you
do you?
realize, holy fuck, that
Yeah.
got me in trouble. What?
No, it does. I believe you.
Now,
It's none of these words are even useful to me. It's like I could just go to speaking click click like that, and to
yeah,
me that would make more sense than what all of this does or all of what I've been taught. Because anything that I'm sitting in my jail cell and like rhythm is not something I've ever had my entire life. So the fact that I can
I got
gather a
rhythm.
beat like a Native American drum beat to me is amazing. And to
Yeah.
know that something that is positive and loving of the earth, the air, the trees, the water, the respect for the natural feeling of what is Mother Earth, what is this is how you take care of it, what you put in it, what you're going to get out is how you treat it. And you shouldn't be so worried on your neighbor and what they're doing and keeping up with the Joneses. You should be worrying about the mother nature and how to nurture it and live off it and feed it and regrow, replant, reproduce, but not in the way that, I mean, this is not reproducing, this is not replanting of what is the most important. You can say that a structure is, but if moving is the way it was supposed to be, if you're supposed to feel the winds and you're supposed to move 20 miles out of the way of the hurricane, then maybe that's what you need to do. If you're supposed to move towards the waters, because that's where it takes to drink, then maybe that's where you go. People move for different reasons, but when you're in tune with the grass, the water, the food, the growth. But right now we're sitting stagnant. There comes, you can't just house
In
everybody
harmony.
in harmony, everything. And imagine just a cohesiveness so easily that it's just effortless. And everybody just does their part without even being asked because everybody
What's up, D.
knows
Johnson?
what their
You heard
job
the
is.
old, yeah, speaking of job, you heard the old term, I'm headed to the salt mine, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, when you get out there and you start messing around with the fruits of your labor, right? What you're producing, the fruits of your labor, you kind of break up a sweat, don't you? Now, if you taste that sweat, what's it taste like? Salt. Why don't you mine your own salt instead of letting somebody else mine your salt?
Right. That's it. We
Because that's
all,
what they're doing.
yeah. Why can't we get our own equity out of ourselves? Why can't we? That they're using you. They're Everybody else can use you. Why can't you come up with your own idea of how you should be acting? And why can't you come at your own conclusion what you want to do in life? It makes perfect sense what you just said, Five Speed.
Yeah, everything. Remember me telling you a long time ago, everything is literally ass backwards. And I
Yeah.
do mean everything. They've got us thinking they have the power when we're the
No,
ones with the power.
you're free. Your mind is free. You're set free. It's like, oh, you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. You can land wherever you want. You can literally go out and you have to be willing to not, I guess, not take all the free stuff. Take all the free stuff, hand it back. It's not free. Somebody gives you a place to live, it's not free. Someone gives you a car, it's not free. Even if you take it, it's not free. It came with a cost. You don't even want it. You don't even need it. Why are you going to go pay years in penitentiary for a car that's not yours? Why would you even bother stealing it? It's not yours. You didn't work for it. It will never be yours. It's like if you utilize your own attributes, what you're good at, raising, learn how to, apply yourself and how to raise and feed yourself. How about that? How about just trying to feed yourself for today without dependence on any grocery store, without dependence on any outside source? Wouldn't that build you up into a man? Wouldn't that make you the man that you went out and hunted for your own food? You caught that fish out of the river and you came back. Wouldn't that be self-sustaining to you and your family? Live off the rivers. And I didn't say go get a permit and go, oh, I can only catch 5 sea bass per year. No. 5 bass, 5 walleye, 5 northern. That's not it, dude. If you're living like that, you're never going to make it because you can't live off of 5 fish a day for the whole family. It just isn't going to work. Do you know what I'm saying? So these guys have set the ground rules down and everybody's breaking or the made up laws to because they can't eat. What do you need? Don't ask yourself what you want. Ask yourself, what do I need? Truly, what do I need? And walk outside and see how much stuff you can gather up, not taking from anybody else, but only from the ground, the weeds, the sage, the asparagus, the tomato plants, the cornfields, not the stuff that necessarily other people planted, but that just grows wild. Until you grasp and get your head around that, you're not even if you haven't eaten a wild berry, I mean, what are you doing? Your moms have fed you your entire life. Like you know nothing. You've this knowledge that they've put into your head that everything runs off $1. It does not. It does not grow off $1. Wheat grows in a field. It grows wild. No, not everything is produced, put in a box, and to your table. It takes people producing it. And you have to work hard in your own country. You don't need other people coming over to farm your lands. You need to go out and farm your own lands. I think. That's my opinion. Go ahead, 5 Speed.
All right, give me a second here. I'm grabbing a cup of coffee.
Yeah, go ahead. Good right about now, right? If I wasn't so sick, but yeah, it's still. I had some ice cream earlier. It was nice on the throat. I look at it like this is not even the 80s when I grew up. And it's not about talking about when you were a kid or when times were good. It's the fact that you were not policed. If you jumped on that rock and you got hurt, you took full responsibility for jumping on that rock or playing with that stick or hitting your brother with the stick or whatever you did. But you certainly did not pawn it off and lie about it. It was just you and your brother. So if you did something, you took ownership of it and you got dealt with. And you took the book at the end of it too. You know what I'm saying? So these people that say, no, you never took responsibility for your actions. No, I paid for it. And I continue to pay for it. You're wrong. Oh, you just think you just don't like law. You don't like law. No, we paid for it in a different kind of way. Now you don't want to talk about spankings. You want to incarcerate someone and call them a. Why do you want to imprison me? Yeah, I'm just a number.
They make money on you.
Right. You make hundreds and thousands of dollars and you're putting them back into the account. Your account's to the good in the state of South Dakota. You know how hard it is to make it out in 19-degree weather? Do you know how frostbitten you get within seconds? Do you know how many people in jail come in there with frostbite, lost half their toe? I know because I was in there one weekend. It was only one. What are we talking? 1 or 2 weeks into the season or into winter, and there's already somebody in there with frostbite. The prairies are a very vast, open area, wilderness. 99% of it is uninhabitable. Like, in a sense, yes, people live everywhere, scattered about. It's not all concentrated. There's lots of room up here. But the fact is if it were easy, everybody would do it. And if you didn't get sick or fall or stay one night out in the cold, the only people that I know that could successfully do it are the Native Americans that were strong enough to set up their teepees, forage for their food, and it worked a long time for them. And it was just fine. And when you look at what we've done to this system and this ecosystem and the waters and the pipelines and all this other crazy stuff, and I don't want to get into it, I just want to state the facts of the way it looks. If or when you poison waterways, if or when you do or do not clean up that spill, or are here to clean it up in 20 years or 30 years when the pipe bursts, or pipe, oil's running through it or not. I don't care. But what I'm saying is you've taken an entire class of people that had things working just fine for them, could heat themselves in this -0 degree temperature, had no problem living here, did not complain about, I'm sure they didn't complain about the cold. They don't complain about what they have to do, hunting, gathering, food, wood. What do we got now? A bunch of kids that sit on the computer 24/7. And then we call them successful or non-successful if you don't comply at your job. Or you're kicked out, left homeless. So you're going to tell a kid that has to go online every day, go get carpal tunnel. You can't do that. You're kicked out and you're going to lose your job forever. Hey, by the way, don't go postal. You know, the postman, don't go postal. Yeah, it seems like a little crazy saying, right? Well, there's a reason that saying was invented. It's because this going around in circles in your own city time and time and time and time again, it's doing the same thing with no new outcome. There's no more heat here than the Native Americans had spread across this entire place, this entire state. But because we wanted to push them to one side of the river and say that's the bad land over there, we're going to push them over there and we're going to get the good stuff. It's all flat over here. Not knowing there's gold over there. Not knowing living is in the hills. The deer are in the hills. The mountain lions are in the hills. The snakes are in the badlands. But we're not scared. Some people are scared of snakes. Others are not. They're willing to live on that side of the river. And they don't care that there's snakes over there. They're not scared of them. Not the way that others are. So they may have given up all that gold for no reason at all. Like, why did you said you didn't, I mean, I don't know. Well, wait, and then you came back later and then you stole it. You wanted it all. It just doesn't make any sense. At some point, the end of the day, you have to come to terms with what is right and what is wrong, and the rights and wrongs that still have to be made right. And in order for that to happen, these people don't have what it takes to sustain all of this. Therefore, it's going to collapse. It doesn't matter how many houses get built. It doesn't matter. It all gets flooded anyways, and they don't realize it. And if it's not one natural disaster, it's another. And then on top of it, they're trying to make enemies and hurting people and enslaving people that don't go along and meet their quota, and then sticking them in a cell and charging money for it, policing for profit, and doing the Terry v. Ohio and stopping random people when they know that people have to travel here to live here, or vice versa. And back in the day, there was no traveling. We traveled on horseback, and that's what it was. Or we walked. But how soon people forget of what it really, how simple it really could be. Because I don't remember it being that bad. I remember going out and playing in the 3, 4, 5-foot snowdrifts. It is what it is. You're snowed in for a couple days. The more we entered vehicles on the road, the more we entered crashes and trauma to our families. We don't even make it home for the holidays. So who's smart and who's not? I don't know. You figure it out. Industrial revolution, what would you do without heat, without AC? But you probably can't even go stand outside for more than 5 minutes. You're crying the blues. But the homeless guy does it all day on a piece of cardboard. Sits there while you drive past in your nice, comfy car. No judgment. No judgment on you, and no judgment on anybody else, right? No judgment on me. But why not pay it forward at that point? When you've built it up, when you say you claim you've made it better. But the all actual reality is they see it from a whole different standpoint. Well, you ruined the land now. You enslaved our people now. Well, look at you now. What did you do to us? You stuck us all in camps. You train carred us all off. You put us in South Dakota was the epic center of trafficking 101. And here's where it all started, man. I don't know. Why exactly? God owns the world. He created it. Why has the government applied all these ridiculous laws on abiding all their laws on abiding by their laws? Exactly, Beckio. That's exactly it. You want everybody to follow your laws. They're not my laws, dude. I did not write any one of these laws for me or my household. Not gonna happen, dude. Bro, it's just not gonna happen. Yep, and I just said bro. And it is something that 5-speed probably would not say as far as wording, adage. All the words that we use are wrong. And he is 100% right. We don't have to speak this language to understand another's language, to understand hurt or pain or crying or suffering or slavery. So when a black man can come up to me in jail and understand and talk to me about problems in Sioux Falls and what he sees different from Africa in Sioux Falls, and how the things that are different there are different here, and that how they jail people over there or how we wind up over here, or things that are acceptable over there are not acceptable over here, how much more fortunate he is over here or how less fortunate he is over there. Either way, no matter how he said it to me, I listened to him very intently because his story mattered. Because comparing the two are very important because he comes from a different continent, and understanding him is going to be paramount to me freeing my mind. Okay? Being free inside jail. because I know I have to live there the rest of my life because this is how it works. I am nobody. I am nothing. So to be free, I have to do this in my mind. And it is, if you have to become homeless to make it happen, then go to that place. You certainly don't have to drink yourself into a coma. You don't have to do all the drugs. You don't have to beat up on yourself or someone else that you love. You can just simply love. And if the other person does not want to love, just leave. Just leave. It's not that simple. It's not that hard. These people make it hard with their laws. Just walk away from the laws. It's all you got to do. You'll win a lot. A lot. You see a cop, you walk the other way. You don't talk to them. They don't apply to you. You are not an official. You're not in an official capacity. They have no dealings with you. You do not take your laws from them. You are not governed by them. You do not acknowledge them. You are not branded in any way, shape, or form on your body. We're not cow. We're not sheep. We're not pig. We're not buffalo. We're not monkeys. It doesn't matter what you say. We're not elephants. Do you know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to come to terms that you are a free man, that what you have is amazing, much powerfuler than what they can ever imagine. That's why they're jailing you, is because they're scared of you. And they're scared of you not because you showed defiance. They're doing it for a paycheck. They're doing it for money because people are paying for the plates for you to put them on the cars. They have now jailed you because they came up with an idea that they want an automobile to drive around, but nobody wants to make the plates. So they're going to let the inmates do that. Not quite the way to go. Why do cops ask if someone is a sovereign citizen when they are the ones that are that way? They're the ones with qualified immunity, and they're the sovereign citizens. If you come from another country, you're considered, I believe, a sovereign citizen because you're sovereign from our laws. But the only people that are sovereign from our laws are the cops. The cops themselves. So why do they keep calling us names? And remember this, I don't care anymore. I'm free. You get it? Get it? There's nobody that's going to show up at my house. There's no cop that's going to say, no, dude, you're a sovereign citizen. He will. But after you tell him, no, you're a sovereign citizen. So the same bullshit he put on you, repeat it right back to him. No, officer, you're a sovereign citizen. Now watch his reaction and what he says. And he's going to get quiet, real fucking quiet. He won't answer you probably for 10 to 20 seconds. And then he's going to say some stupid thing that you need to do. Sir, you need to get in the car. Ma'am, you need to get in the car. This is stupid. We're not talking about this. It's not what I was talking about. And he'll totally pivot off the subject. All right, dude. All right, dude. I'm sorry for my cold. I'm sure this was very irritating to listen to this entire thing. I appreciate you for hanging out with me for 2 hours tonight. I was not planning on doing a 2-hour live stream. The chick, you know, she, you know what? She got me good. I guess she trolled me good, but I feel it led to a more positive conversation. And anything that's good at this point going forward, I do we're gonna see what goes on with cop watches, cop blocking in the future. There may be a drone coming in the future. There may be aerial footage. I don't know. There may be it could be anything. I might a motorized RC car that with a camera attached to it just for fun to cruise the neighborhood, or I mean, I don't know. Like just something that is a little bit more mobile that can kind of go wherever and get different or closer footage. I gotta figure something out. I know I'm not the quickest. Like I still have not got a gimbal. It's a waste of money. I like to if I'm gonna do the work, then I'll hold the camera. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, I'll feel better. I'll feel better. Um, the cop watches around here are getting better. It's the fact that they've encrypted their radio is harder to find. I don't like to listen to scanners and drive from scene to scene to scene to scene. I like to come up on a naturally developing situation when, unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to them, the two are going to meet. I like to pop out. I like to be a little spontaneous. Maybe I should start recording off air and then upload later. Maybe the going live thing isn't spontaneous enough. They get a notification, and then they know that I'm. Maybe that's why Freeman does what he does. I don't know. It's better to shoot before um, and then upload later. Uh, Definitely. But anyways, we'll catch you on the flip side. What is in the schedule? Nothing. I'm gonna be sick for probably 3 weeks. So if one of you guys can get me riled up enough, I'll do another live. But or we'll just wait until the next cop watch comes along, and we're gonna see how good it's gonna be. And we definitely want a repeat of last time. So if y'all know what that means, phone calls may be needed. You never know. If anyone says do not call or you kids know what to do, then you know what time it is. And need I say more? You guys usually do what you're told. You guys usually follow along. You're pretty good at listening. So for sure, until next time. Well, it's tough. I can sit in my car and do it. Doing like -15. I mean, I can pack on the layers like everybody else, and I can go out looking like a snowman. But I generally, if you're wearing a vest and a bulletproof vest and all that gear and a helmet and all this other stuff to be an army veteran on the streets of Sioux Falls. I mean, there's bullets flying. There's literally bullets flying. So keep yourself safe, Becky, no matter what you do, number one. And number two, if you get some gnarly footage real quick, then go ahead. But I keep myself safe, paramount, dude. I'm always looking at that head. I'm looking at where his eyes are looking at. I'm looking at his body language. Is he, does he tense up? Does his jaw lock up? And is his hand going towards his gun? Is it resting on his gun? Is he just, you know, I'm looking at the nitty gritty when I go to do a cop watch. And when I see the high strung fuckers, there are ones that I will back off on. That, you know what, dude, just this guy ain't even worth it, dude. He's on purpose trying to get the airtime. Uh, and he's going out of his way to, I guess, intimidate or and that just bugs me. It's not okay with me that uh, you want that airtime. You're already a cop. Yeah, you see, if they put out their footage the way we put out their footage, it would be so much better. Because it would be to where everybody could access those body cameras at any time. A plug and play system. Why don't they just upload to YouTube? I don't get it. Always be safe. I do my best. I mean, they're busy on Fox. They want to charge 99 cents. They want to charge 99 cents on Fox to stream cops on Facebook. Okay, so the same as you took your platform and went over to Facebook, why don't you stream your platform on YouTube? I don't even get it. Like, why are we not talking about this garbage? What deal, what contract did you sign that locked you into 99 cents on Facebook? That's ridiculous. Cops don't do transparency. No. They don't do well at just about any game you play. Any game is actually, it's a crooked game. It's definitely not a straight shooter game. So, oh, cops edit, they cut out. Yeah, they did that with Freeman's video. They edited it, and then they only showed part of the clip, 20 seconds to the judge, and then that was it. They just shut it off. Never showed him twice. He didn't even look at it. He wasn't even looking. I was like me looking at my own video. Why do I want to look at my own video? I don't. I thought the judge was supposed to look at the evidence and decide. If you didn't even look at the video, then what did you see? Nothing. You weren't looking at it. You were busy looking at your computer. I don't know. Just saying for a friend. Still sick. Yep. It's confirmed. Anyways. Well, then there's that. Yeah, we're going on 2 hours here. I'll let you go. Oh, maybe I'll go eat another piece of pizza or something. But hey, idea for you guys. Kick this one around. Anybody that's still in here that cares enough. My brother's traveling across America. He's headed to a special place. And anybody, and this goes for anybody that does want to make I guess I'll call it a free will donation to my PayPal account on behalf of my brother. He is in search of work. He is out of work, and he has fallen, I guess I would say, onto hard times. And anybody that can help out with a hotel room, I would love to surprise him with some money and donate that money directly to him for gas or a hotel room so that he can get across America. And when I say across America, I say from Nebraska to down south. So if anybody would like to fund the trip with $2, $10, $5, hit up my PayPal. It's in my about page or my about section. He's been sick for the last 3 weeks. Nebraska has no job opportunities up that way. So, he's going back to what he knows how to do, what he loves to do. And I encourage it 110%. So, all right, Albert Rides. Thanks for checking us out. I'm trying to think of where I seen Albert Rides from. Is he in New York? Albert Rides, is that a New York thing? I'm not sure. I know there's a guy that one of them rides a bicycle though, so I'm not sure rides or. Holly, thank you for your compassionate, loving voi.fy. I love it. Just wicked awesome. Someone go check out Albert Rides' channel. see what he's got going on over there. I always like to look at new stuff, new channels. I'm just getting back into it, so a new inspiring channel that can make me just get up and get out of the house and go explore. Even while it's negative 26, I mean, you got to get out of the house every now and then. And I got to get feeling better, so hopefully you haven't heard too much of that fan in the background the entire time. For sure, Merry Christmas. And again, it's in my About page, my PayPal. Go check it out. We're at 155. Maybe got like 5 minutes, and then I am out. Definitely. But and all of that definitely goes to him getting across. I think he said he was in Kansas last night, so we'll see where he's at maybe tonight or something. But hey, hopefully everything goes good. Hopefully the trip goes good. It's never easy going into different territory and getting a job somewhere that is the unknown when you have nothing lined up. So I know Becky was there at one point. Everybody been there, and everybody had their ups and everybody had their downs, and not every relationship works out. So hey, on we go. I'm definitely nobody's perfect, so nobody's life's always going to be perfect either. You know what I'm saying? Got to support everybody, and it ain't just about me. It's about anybody that's down and out. So I'd love to send some extra money his way before the first or before the third. That'd be a nice little gift. So if anybody wants to help me out, you'd be helping him out. You'd be helping all of us out. Appreciate you. Peace out. And God bless.